Joining me today is Kees Kruythoff. He is Senior Advisor at Bain Capital. It is wonderful to have you here today, Kees. Thanks for joining me.
Great to be here.
Now, Kees, change seems to be the only constant on the minds of consumers. Tell me, what do you view as the most interesting trend in the food industry at the moment, and how are you seeking to leverage that trend?
Yeah, look, we live in unbelievable, unpredicted times at the moment. So, you know, I've been in fast-moving consumer goods for 30 years, and I've worked and lived all around the world. But what we see today is very, very different. So first, obviously, the food inflation hurts everybody, and therefore consumer trends are totally disrupted. But there's one thing which we all need to really, really embrace, and that's to make sure is that we take food into the next phase of its development, towards sustainable food. As many as we know is that, you know, the food business has been unbelievable, you know, since the last 50 years. We have, as a population, doubled, and the food capacity has actually tripled, but not with its unintended consequences. And still 800 million people go to bed hungry, still 1/3 of the food is being wasted. So we need to create a new system around food, so total system change. And that means is that we as a food industry needs to link the new trends and technology to the scale and the lowest cost which we have. And if we combine those two, we get really more sustainable food, and that means is that we can also have that sustainable food more affordable.
Mm-hmm. And how are you working with Bain Capital to leverage that trend?
Look, with Bain Capital, we always look at, you know, the best opportunities in terms of how and where to invest as a global organization. And what we have found these days is that purpose and performance are actually one and the same thing. And so when you are more relevant to society, when you have a better proposition for the consumer, that also drives performance, and that performance actually goes to better investment and to better returns. So these things are actually linked. And the one who has the ability to be able to truly help to change the system gets a disproportionate value creation on it.
Okay, and AI, generative AI, are you integrating generative AI in your day-to-day business at the moment? And how do you expect it to change your business and the industry?
Look, AI is obviously the next generation of what we've always talked about, data and analytics. It just has an exponential impact and a democratizing phase of it. And so against lower cost, we can get the full benefit of it. So that's the way that we implement it through our logic of data and analytics. But, you know, ultimately, we want to have it to understand the consumer better, because if we can really satisfy consumer needs better through targeting more specifically to each and every individual of a consumer, then obviously, you know, we will have a competitive advantage. So that's the ultimate way for us to have AI enable better way to serve the consumer.
All right. Well, Kees, wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me today on Floor Talk.
Thank you.